Player traps received a major update in 0.60 and many of the mechanics we once knew about these deadly devices has changed, leading to players feeling like General Akbar after receiving an explosive surprise. So in this video we're going to investigate the very fine details of player traps to hopefully reduce the chances of you dying and improve your skills when using traps as a tactic in combat. Starting with the basics, there are 4 types of player trap in DayZ: the bear trap, tripwire, landmine and the booby trap. The bear trap spawns almost anywhere apart from military locations, houses and house blocks, and apparently is easiest to find in deer huts and deer stands. Placing a bear trap in your hands, you can set it down just about anywhere. It has a 1.5 meter radius once activated and will stay there for roughly 1 hour before it despawns. When the bear trap is triggered, it will snap shut and degrade slightly, removing around 1/3 of the player's bone stat and causing the sprained ankle status indicator to appear in your character window. So it's pretty weak right now, taking around 3 hits to kill a healthy player. The bear trap is unique in the way it causes a player to groan in pain for an unknown amount of time every minute or so, but if you relog, the groaning stops. Be aware that you might not hear the groaning yourself, but other players certainly can hear it. The tripwire is crafted using 2 wooden sticks and 1 metal wire being found in industrial locations. Both the Russian and American versions of grenades can be attached to the tripwire, but the tripwire can only be placed on grassy textures. Upon placing the tripwire, it will be positioned a meter or so in front of you, so you will need to edge yourself forward slightly to attach the grenade. And to attach the grenade, drag the grenade to your hand, unpin it, then drag the grenade onto the tripwire and attach it. It will persist also for 1 hour. The flashbang and smoke grenades cannot be attached to the tripwire at this time, but empty cans for noise traps and the ability to use barbed wire instead of metal wire is predicted in the near future. When a tripwire is triggered, it would explode instantly now, killing anyone within a 10 meter radius. The landmine is only found in general military locations and works much like the bear trap. You put it in your hands, set it up and activate it, but the landmine takes 3 seconds to activate. The landmine is one of the best traps on this list as it can be placed almost anywhere and is very hard to spot in grass. It has a 1.5 meter radius much like the bear trap and also despawns after 1 hour. Once triggered, it will instantly kill anyone within a 10 meter radius and works much like a grenade does at killing players. The last player trap on this list is what I'm calling the booby trap, which I'm not sure is intentional, but nonetheless it's the most dangerous trap on this list and the best trap for defending your camp. To understand this trap, you need to understand that the only time a grenade will blow up is when it has no pin inside the grenade and when it's on the ground or inside a player's inventory. Because of this, grenades will not explode when placed inside containers or inside tents, for example. When a player removes an unpinned grenade from a container not on a player, it will explode. This happens with all containers, frying pans, clothing, tents and barrels. Basically, if a grenade is unpinned inside a container not on a player, it will explode once picked up by the player or when dragged to the floor. Now, as you're probably aware, I don't like sharing exploits, but in real life you could place a grenade in such a way to stop the spoon coming out until a container is tampered with, such as inside a backpack that's squashed down on top of a grenade. Once the backpack gets picked up, the grenade moves around and the spoon falls out, so I'd like to know your thoughts on this type of trap. Now, deactivating these 4 types of trap is not straightforward as it may seem, because if you do it wrong, you're going to hurt yourself or get killed. So starting with the landmine, deactivating one has a chance to explode in your face, obviously causing death. But this only seems to occur when the landmine has a very low quality level, so as a rule of thumb, if the landmine is damaged or worse, do not attempt to deactivate it. The bear trap works the same as the landmine in terms of deactivation. The lower the quality level, the higher the chance you have of trapping your fingers, literally. Now, deactivating tripwires will likely catch most players out. This is the most confusing trap to deactivate, as once you deactivate it, and it does have an option to deactivate, it will drop a live grenade onto the floor, giving you 5 seconds to run away like a little girl before it explodes. But most people, I can imagine, will get caught out by this because it says, "I've deactivated the trap." The best way to deactivate a tripwire is by edging closer and closer to the front of it and dragging the grenade to your hand and then putting the pin back in, making it safe to keep for yourself. This is the exact same way you deal with a 4th player trap, booby traps. Simply drag the grenade to your hands and pin it. As a rule of thumb for determining if a grenade is pinned or not, any grenade you find on the ground will be pinned. Any grenade you find inside a container could potentially be unpinned. So always drag grenades found inside containers to your hands and right click to check if it's pinned or not. Grenades cannot explode when inside your hands, so there's no time limit for this. One of the biggest changes to player traps in this patch is how infected, animals and vehicles all trigger traps now, but unfortunately grenades and shooting a trap still does not trigger them. The bear trap will one-shot infected and do this to vehicles. Whoa! What?! The landmine will obviously destroy any infected nearby and completely annihilate any vehicle that you're driving over them, even if the wheels don't touch the landmine. Oh my god, it works! Cars set off landmines and that wasn't on the wheel. As proof that animals cause traps to be triggered, here is a chicken versus a tripwire. Tripwires also one-shot infected much like landmines, but isn't as reliable at destroying vehicles because the V3S casually crashes into it. You literally need to drive into the side of a tripwire to trigger it with a V3S, or have some douchebag interrupt your experiment and then do this. The sedan seems to work fine with triggering tripwires even at high speed, so it's probably just a problem with the V3S. Right now, however, the bear trap appears to be the best at stopping vehicles very quickly, but this will probably be fixed. It's not realistic for a bear trap to do this in real life, so the landmine will likely be the most reliable way to stop a vehicle in the future. Many thanks to everyone that joined me on Twitch to do these experiments. If you learned something in this video, please do give it a like, because as you can imagine, it took a long ass time to get this information. Thank you for watching, and always remember that there could be a trap anywhere in DayZ, especially in military locations.